Yo, what up? Um, I want to talk about something real quick, right? I want to talk about why I believe, as a black man, why I believe that African nature, as in, I guess, the mindsets, or you could say probably the character, or why I believe that, I guess, the character, I would say, what's the character? But I would say probably their lifestyle, because people don't live the lifestyle of actual Africans. So let me say, like, what I would say, I believe, the mindset. Let's use that for black people, right? Destroying this whole black religion. Let me kind of clarify this, as a man, as an African Barbadian, right? Living that life, not just, it's not titled, it's not saying it's just, oh, I feel. Having actual African friends, hearing them talk, even ones that are very smart too, that have substantial knowledge and what went on in Africa, right? Kind of clarify something here a little bit about this whole black religion thing, right? So, what I believe that, the mindset and I guess the behavior of Africans, I guess ones that are pure, not witchcraft or what's not, what I believe is the best, or why I believe that people should kind of respect it and kind of follow along, is because, number one, if coming from the source, if Africa, obviously the source of black people, then common sense will say like everything, even African American, everything black comes from Africa, everything. But when it goes to the Caribbean, and the Caribbean, Caribbean is a mixed culture. So some cultures are just one thing, and then some cultures are mixed. So in the Caribbean, right, has a lot of cultures also too, like Brazil, like there's some, Brazil's one too, like I think some Latin cultures have a mix. They have a blend of like European or actual black people and stuff like that. I'm not going to get so deep into history. You understand me? I'm not knowledgeable in that area, so I don't know. But some cultures do have a inherited mix. A lot of like then European mixed with black and like Latin and French and Dutch, and the Caribbean is all that, but everything's African. You understand me? But this Caribbean or this African American or American African, whatever the case is, you understand me? Or Indians, a lot of Indians in the Caribbean and stuff not. But the reason why I believe that African behavior or just the mindset, I believe is just better or the best for black people because the source, and I'm a source person. So common sense will say like, and not only that, it has everything that most things I believe that you tie into as a black person is clarified in Africa. Like love. Some tribes, I heard from a guy that says some tribes can't love all of a certain tribe for a reason. So you should find out, like, you could be, it doesn't matter from the hood. I know black people, all they care about is BET. All they care about is, all they care about is what they're raised to see, where they raised to hear. They care about the Caribbean. All they care about is, like, there's certain things, like, it will kind of put two and two together. Like, you should kind of, like, find out before you was born, beginning of time, then why is it you get into certain situations, why is it you can get along with certain people, why is it like, it's some people you can't hate, you just can't hate them, but it's like, I can't hate you, but I know not get along with you, but I can't hate you. It's saying about you, like, I can't really hate or like I respect in a type of way. All that's clarified in, again, if you go to Africa ancestry kind of thing. No, I know there's a lot of witchcraft. I'm not dealing with that. I'm with the demons and witchcraft and voodoo. We ain't dealing with that. Leave that there. I'm talking about, as black people, what you should be kind of, into that kind of way. Like, what you should be. What should be clarified for you in that type of way. That's what I mean. Understand? Because I'm convinced that coming off the Caribbean has, there's African Barbadian, right? Afro Puerto Rican, Afro Bahamian. I'll give an example, like Kimbo Slice, he's Afro Bahamian. UL is Afro Cuban. So there are guys that might see myself an Afro Barbadian, understand me, liking a lot of Afro beat and dancehall and things like that. And a lot of what even pastors too, Christian wise as well, believe in God. Even African pastors say that he believes in that deliverance is natural, and I believe it's natural too. if it's insecurities and naturally fixed, and I believe it too. I believe that, you know, black people should just do, especially for men, just do African hairstyles, and whatever the case is, for women, just do African hairstyles as well. I mean, what else could you look good doing? But we live in a world, that's not what everyone thinks. That's not how everyone gets down. Everyone has their own flavor, but I'm just telling you my two bits why I believe that, well, you can only look good what was there before. You ain't get what I'm saying, so. But that's not everybody. Everyone has their, you know, two bits. Everyone has their own flavor. There's no world you can tell somebody and they still have their own flavor. So that's what life is. But, you know, even for women too, like how I find like even how they would love and how they would respect, you know, the king or whatever the case, the devil they say, I really believe in the kings and whatever the case is, and you know, stuff like that. And it's like, and what African men too, how they, I mean the ones that are righteous and good and pure, not the ones that the type of way, but you know, that's what I believe in. I'm not so, as a historical, not so deep into history of it. Understand me? Because I can't speak on something I don't know for sure. I've never even been there. I want to go, but never been there for sure. But just in terms of for black people, so it clarifies a lot of things. Understand me? Because when you get put in a situation with A and B, right? Like everything's like, even for me, right? Like everything's stereotypical as a black mixed person, because I'm mixed, right? And I just didn't seem to click with. I didn't seem to click so much with white people, that whole bourgeois kind of PC mixed, like mixed heritage, I don't like that. You know what I mean? Like everything I just gravitated toward, even though it's African, is on my own what I feel like doing, with what I was spiritually drawn to. Not what I feel, what I was spiritually drawn to. So it's like, you know, I'm a very organic personality. Like if it was me, I would do it. The fact I used to do it, like I used to, believe it or not, I used to dress up and go anime, Narf and con, and I used to, but it's like, as I get older, grow out of it, it's like, I find it's just, the things you like, but then, as you get older, it's find like, you know, I might like some stuff, but it does not need to be me. Like, I like to be me, it's something to show me, like, maybe I need to feel good, sit well in certain things, like, that's cool, but, you know, if I was 11 years old, like 12 years old, not as a big 31-year-old man, like, you know, it's not, you know what I mean? So, you see big adults, I mean, dress like, it's that cartoon, twisted, anime is twisted cartoons. So it's not real, the cartoons are kind of strange to me now. I don't watch cartoons anymore. I stopped all at 25, 26. So it's twisted, it's not healthy, or it's not pure. It's all demented love. It's demented. It's just not. It's not natural. So it's not really real too. And you know, being a huge anime fan, not only anime, but it's like just everything. Like many of y'all hearing this, like don't take offense to this. It's not to take me. Let me clarify this. Like this video is just not to take offense, but this is just my take. It's just my insight or my view. So I mean, like, don't strike nerves or take offense to it or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, this is just my take on what I believe. You know, I just need to be one nature. Is that there's things to like, but to be who you really are, live true who you are, and was not, because it's just like, if I used to use like, if whatever says that lukewarm will spit you out. It's just like lukewarm food. You want hot food. You don't bathe with cold water, correct? None of y'all bathe with cold water, and if you do, you get a heart attack. Don't get started. Have a book on human body. Like, no one bathes in cold water unless it's an ice bath or you're training for a fight or some foolishness. It's not good for you. They put your body in ultra shock. Like, it's not good for you. So it's like, it gets a time in life where you can't necessarily, there's things you like, there's hobbies, there's stuff that you make. I might like animals, I'm gonna walk around dressed like a lion just because I like animals. You know what I'm saying? I might buy a lion shirt, I might buy a wallpaper of a lion, just because I like a lion, I'm gonna dress like, walk around, look like a lion, and then be something then who I naturally am, like some sort of nerdy librarian. It's because you like lions, you're gonna dress up and buy a lion outfit and walk around. Like, it's like, there's certain stuff is like, you don't have to really, it's like, even when you get to a certain age, like Ivan Sanders, the fixated mindset, the potential mindset and the growth mindset. So I understand maybe some people have a hard time growing up in certain phases, or like maybe some people didn't grow the way they're supposed to, like at 15, right, and then at 18, and then at 25, and then you kind of like, some people thought it was like, yeah, I would grow out, like, yeah, you know, I guess you like stuff, and it's like, it kind of makes sense, but some people don't seem to like, you know, like even like certain patterns, like you step off a wheel and you see a pattern going, like maybe sometimes you gotta change your pattern, like some people don't, someone needs someone else to explain it to them or something, but that's the way it's good to not only just, this is not just for, like say, like black, what it means a black person, what you believe just African, or why you don't believe in that mixed crap and multiracial, or definitely a bourgeois weird fella. But this is just like whoever race you are, like I've sat down even with had a white friend, white guy who was a friend of mine, you know what I mean, and even for him, he was raised kind of like a pretty boy. And deep down that's not what he was, very tough white guy, you know what I mean? But he's raised like a pretty boy. And it wasn't him, like he was just gathered around women, and that's what was around him. And you know, they made him kind of go on that road. And it wasn't him. He wasn't even that good. He had a personality that wasn't so like clear. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, he would find it, I get insulting, where oh, little pretty boy, and he's a tough white guy. Like, you know what I mean? He won't say why he was a very serious situation, so he's not really on to say like, he would find it insulting to say he's a pretty boy, but he's not. It's same like me. I grew up, like I used to work on a construction site, and you know in life everyone gets, you know, you get this, you get crap towards it. I used to get this on being, you know, half white, being a mix, you know, I used to get this on that and stuff like that. And I can't say I hate it, but it is me. I am mixed by me and the day. You know, like I went through a fair share of being, you know, working on a construction site full of, you know, disgusting movement. You know, I survived for 4 years. You know, other guys cry, they walk off, they couldn't handle it. And they tough guys, because I understand how tough you is and you can't handle they're telling you crap. And not only that, like, they yell at, I've yelled back too, tell people foolishness as well. So it's like, you know, as you grow up, I'm 31, that was when I was like 16 to 19, you know, as you grow up, you know, you kind of move on. It's tough for me, it's strengthened me, like made me thick skinned as a person. But like an adult, like that kind of behavior, yelling at people or dissing people's insecurities is not quite, you know, I could, you know, do martial arts and fight, so I don't need to do that. You know what I mean? I was a geek, I was a loser. I was, when I used to dress like an idiot on the construction site. Like, I was a loser. You know what I mean? So it's like, I mean, I eventually going so many phases and stuff, and trying to copy, I was really into dancehall and stuff, so like copying. It's just like b-boying and this, and like being in dancehall group and stuff, like copying crap, and it wasn't me. Like, I just didn't like it, it didn't sit well. And you know, when I was 25, I was living under this Indian guy, and I just felt like I spend a lot of time to myself. So then socially I could be a little strange, or it takes me a little bit of time, but I spend a lot of time to myself, and not coming from here, just realizing that here means something. You do stuff and be a type of way, and it means something different. So I kind of had to sit down and really like do a lot of analysis and realize like what's behind stuff, like what's behind certain things I was into, like stuff like that, and I kind of clarify, like purify my mind a little bit. But you know, and I want to get into all the details, you know, clothings and stuff like that, and you know what is a real man, how a real man dresses up here, and because I come from a very effeminate culture. We're cussing, big grown out, they can't fight, they're still cussing to this day, like little women. If you got something to tell me, get in my face, and let's do something, but let's not cuss about it. That's not how you do it. And then the women, they kind of reject or regurgitate African beauty ways, or like the ways of an African queen, and they have their own black woman way. It's like, no, you can't reject, and guys too, like you can't reject the real ancestors. You can't do that, right? You just can't keep having your own way. Like even if you do, sort of say, oh, they had their own power. Like that's like saying a V8 engine stronger than a V12. You know, Africans, like at the beginning of time, you know, we create V12 engines. You know, I'm just saying, like if an African man was a mechanic, you know, at the beginning of time, you know, if I create a V12 engine into your car, you understand? And you're gonna argue, well, in the Caribbean, we have V8s, so we can get like two. It's like common sense. Say a V12 is faster than a V8. Well, obviously I want V12. You know, in the race of life. Oh, what do you think is gonna win? What was that V12 gonna make? What? It's a no-brainer. You get what I'm saying? So it's a no-brainer. It's like, why even argue? If I had a car, it's like, yeah, come on, put a V12. Don't waste time. You know what I mean? And I from related to that too. Like even from who my culture was. Like I know from being in the dance when they call it New Era, it was of African Barbadian culture. Like that's all, and it's actual thing. And it felt so good. That's where that stamp you guys see. That stamp I put up on my thumb. That's the Afro Barbadian stamp. I found it. You understand me? Being in my blood. You understand me? I think that's what it said. I can't remember what it said, but that's what it is. And I found it because I know within me what I was really drawn to, and I found it. So it's like that's what I believe. So it's like I know for you, if Africans you're watching, or black people like similar to me, that are pure minor racial, I know where you could kind of ain't got nothing to do with surface, ain't got nothing to do if because you might be born a type of way, even if you solid and you still kind of or if you mix it, ain't got nothing to do with that, because eventually you become one thing. You can't be two things in your head. And I don't care what anyone tells me. Eventually one day you're gonna become one thing. It has to do with your tribe, your people, because Egyptians are not Nigerians, you know what I mean? South Africans are not. You have to find like your source of your people. Like in Barbados is Beni, Biafra, and Ghana. Those are the true ancestors that came to Barbados. Then created the Arawaks and the Caribs. That's why the Arawaks are the more passive ones. The Caribs are more passionate, because passionate came from Ghana. Ghanaians are very passionate. They're warriors. Anglo Ashanti. You're gonna look. All I'm saying, go look it up. I'm not too sure the Arawak part, but it's like, yeah, obviously coming, and then then as well, and then having white people, having the influence of Europeans coming to Barbados, and then Guyana. So you have a lot of mix. So that's where you find that if you don't come out and know yourself, right, you could have your mindset could be like not, not quite there. As we go to the source of anything, like God is the source, and it clarifies your brain. So it clarifies and why the way you really move, because you be convinced like why is it I like this, I do this, you guys don't do this. Why is it some people can talk? Your love. Why is it you love what you love? You go to the source, it clarifies that. And going to the source of anything is very old fashioned. Going back to what it really was going old fashioned. Understand me? You can't live a life of pride or doing what you just feel like doing, because it's just not gonna sit right with you. It's not gonna make sense. When you start hearing like a mindset you like to be, as I tell you, as black people, like we got thousands of mindsets. They have their own way of moving, their own morality too. And I realized that you could even go back. Won't call certain names, but some people could even be so affiliated and go back and say, oh, they do their African research and stuff, but it doesn't fix them. It doesn't do anything for them. Instead of just show you it's supernatural. I believe so. I don't care what tells me, like, it has to be a nature, like deep within it has to be a nature of an African, like a real soul of an African inside of you to do African things, to like that. Because some people, you could do that, but it's still not for you. The mind tricks you. You know what I mean? Like, you see, always mental. It's a personality. Like, just mental crap and feel it. It's like that's not. It's not. It has to be within you. And it ain't got nothing to do with how you raised. Ain't got nothing to do. They got even Americans. Like Deontay Wilder. You can't tell me. So much so that he affiliated himself with somebody like with men in Africa and more that type of way. Ain't got nothing to do where you from. Like me. I come up and trust me. If you man, I was into techno, EDM, all kind of white people, weird. I went to the church. We went to church for 4 years. Try to talk to you couldn't be more weird and all trying to pasty this and anime, all kind of weird. When I turned 24, it just felt like, nah man, I don't like this. I look at my Instagram one day, my YouTube page, and it's like, I need to grow up. Like, I need to man up. I told myself, like, Paul, you need to man up. You need to choose. And I sat down and I spent time with God and was like, let me go back to where it was, man. Let me go back to my real love. I always was into African things, and let me find out why. Let me find out the true reason. I went to a church too, listened to this Pastor Wale Okunsiki and his wife. You know, they ain't for Ghana, but you know, Nigeria is is what it is. But I need to hear it from the most hard smoke because I thought the African. He tell me people was rush up on him until he cried. I said, yeah, well, you know, internet, internet, internet. So yeah, everyone does that. I mean, I want to hear you face to face with the internet. Yeah, they tell me I from business, tell me crap too. And say no, but the internet, nah, bro, the internet gonna go reality. You understand? So it's like, so I had to hear that, and you know, I believe, you know, from what most Africans say, like, you know, it goes aligned and stuff, like, you know, making sense, and you know, I agree with that, and you know, agree with how this move on, whatever the case is. But you know, even African Americans too, you know, may not be from there, but very close to. They agree how this operate, you know, and stuff. Cause I was telling you, like, I was very, very organic. Like, if I was to live that life, I would live it. If I was a weirdy guy, but within me is like, nah, I can't be no weirdy. I don't like grade, the mixed heritage. Nah. I keeping it panther, keeping it this the rest of my life. You know what I mean? Even the backdrop. Even the backdrop I got here, look, see? Black inspiring the past, inspiring the future. You understand me? So, I was inspired even by that too, so. Yeah, man. I'm telling people, like, you know, as you get old and stuff, like, you know, you change. You come up phases and, you know, that's the way you do it, you know what I mean? Everybody different. I can't tell you what's not. I can't tell you what you can do, what you can't be, like, you know what I mean? But, you know, I tell people, honestly, spend time with God. Because your mind tricks you. Your mind and what you feel and, like, what you think tricks you. Because you want real love. I've had an issue with real love in my life. Because of not knowing this. They know I don't understand why, you know. Is they know I understand why some women is they know you, is they know every clocks in your life. I've had issue with friends because when I start saying what I like to do, what I feel to do, like, well, real king is they, well, you know, and they start giving me that whole, oh, look at you skin, man, this and blah blah. It's like, nah, big man, don't give me that crap. You understand me? Like, I ain't look at your real history, man. What are you supposed to be really doing, big man? Oh, this and I don't want to hear all that stereotypical foolishness. I ain't never in the bridge, man. I ain't all that foolishness. Like in J. Cole music video, he tried to. That bridge, that was not real. That music video he had where he was trying to be a bridge coming out of the office and say he helped the slaves. That's not real. I work construction though. I had them days on the field. I had my hands to shovel, pan carp, trough, trougling, big man. I had them days, dog, mixing. Don't tell me then a nigga like you did. Viewers, you going right back in the office. Yeah, drop me off and going right back in the office. I had them days. There's like the internet ain't got that. You know what I'm saying? The internet does not have that. So they don't tell me American. You guys, you know what I mean? That's what all these Americans say. Yeah, because that's what they do. And they use him because his skin complexion and say, oh, they all mixed and say, no, bro. I'm telling you, I was over here in the heat. Then it's him. Don't tell me that mixed crap. Don't give me that. And foolishness, but spoil this and nah, I ain't had it easy neither, baby. I work hard. Don't tell me that. You know, I wasn't a mixed dude. And life is not gray. It's heaven and hell, light and darkness. That's what it is. Up, down. That's it. Either light gray or dark gray. Don't come with that. Don't be saying, oh, this and that and it don't exist. Creating, no. Don't come with that. There's too much of that and it has to stop. You know what I mean? So, if you got your source, you understand why. You understand everything. You understand why. You know everything making sense. Make it way it is. I mean, your love. You know what I mean? I was going back to what I was saying, like, like how hard him with love and friendships and, you know, with women. Is like, you know, you want less stress with women and stuff like that there, and you know what I mean? You know why some things are natural and real for you. It's not a put on. It's not what you want to feel. You know, it's not. You know, yeah, it's not insecurity. It's not you trying to act. It's natural. But some people you can't hate. You might not agree. You not click with them, but you can't hate. You can't say this. So they're not tight with them, but you can respect them. You understand me? But you know, it's like stuff like that. You know what I mean? Now you understand why social media twists so much things, and it's like it infuriates you. Not coming from a real place, it would infuriate you. You understand me? It really will infuriate you coming from a real place, seeing things that ain't real, and it's just you see it like on their side, and it's always an attack to your side to make them feel the way. And it's like, nah, man. It's like I gotta come and fix things. I gotta come and nah, man. That ain't real. So everybody got the two bits. Everybody got their own tribe. You know, wherever you're from, but you know, you only did can only rep God. You know, rep Barbados. You know what I mean? I love Canada, but you gotta rep Barbados and rep the true ancestry. You cool, of course. In fact, the gold is one of my favorite colors too. Anyway, so yeah, man, you gotta rep where you're really from. You gotta know where you're really from. And stop arguing. Stop arguing with your old people, because they're not struggling. If you look at old people, they ain't struggling. You are. So stop struggling. Give in and listen to them. Yeah, man.